I like the initial part.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that's disappointing about it, is that it could have been good, but like they just fucked it up.
I still think Interstellar is like the best movie in forever.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, dude, that's a good film, man. I got it on Blu-ray.
Interstellar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the best movie in a really long time.
What the fuck?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Like, what kind of shit ending was that? Like, all right, so you have a bunch of you have him. He's like drifting off into space, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, I'm in a bookshelf now. I
He
can
was
only
in the
communicate.
singularity.
I can only communicate to my past through a bookshelf.
Yeah,
Because
he's
like
in the
that,
singularity.
because that's like the thing. And then like I'm in a little helix of bookshelf because like everything like fell perfectly into place after like shit was about to go wrong because like some unexplainable future force like put me in a bookshelf where I can communicate with my past by like pushing books off the shelf and
Isn't he the future force, dude?
so he in the future so it's essentially like he went into the future and put himself in that bookshelf.
Or just other humans did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the explanation I thought was what I read was that other humans put him in
Yeah.
that bookshelf in the future, and then it's like he
Humans
was like
that
about to
humans
die,
do.
but it's like, oh, okay, everything's all right because I got put into this like bookshelf dimension conveniently, and here I am giving Morse code through a watch. And it's like I don't know, it's too much. You're like introducing too many new elements into the story, like conveniently all at like one time, all at like that.
Well,
that one
yeah,
moment.
but I mean, now if you're in a situation where you have like some sort of time warp thing where something causes another thing, it is gonna seem pretty convenient.
That's
I mean-
like the whole point. Like, none of the stuff would have happened unless everything went right. So everything-
Yeah, it was like a self-generating like thing. I mean, I'm not saying that it was like fucking. I'm not saying it was like Citizen Kane of plot lines, but it's.
I don't know, it was just like I don't know, it was too convenient in my opinion. I thought like, all right, so you know he was like I thought he was gonna sacrifice himself and like have some plot in there, but it was just like nope, nothing was lost. You like conveniently go back and communicate through watches and on bookshelves. Like that was like your thing.
Well, at least they didn't put him back like on the farm like right after he left, where he's like, "Oh, hey, everything's fine now, guys."
I mean, they may as well because I feel like that's what they kind of did.
No, because he was still in the. They didn't actually travel him back through time though. Like when they took him out of the black hole, he was still at like the same time it was like when he entered it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. It was just too like convenient through that whole thing. It was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm about to die. I'm about to go into a black hole. Sacrifice. I forgot why he was even sacrificing himself to go through that black hole, but it was just like,
Because.
and then
Oh
it was
my
like,
god.
and it was like, JK, you're not sacrificing yourself. You're good, because everything is well when the future like helped you somehow. Like the future has the technology to put you in a bookshelf.
You know, I was kind of thinking about that because it's like him sacrificing himself was literally the only reason why anything in that movie even like worked out. Like why they even were able to make those space stations to begin with. Because like he basically, if he didn't do that, then basically that message or whatever wouldn't have been transmitted back then. And it was kind of like. And like all on the lines of the course or whatever, like with like Doyle dying and like the other guy, Romilly or whatever, like every single other character.
On
What?
top of everything being convenient, his like little robot assistant while they were in the bookshelf together, his robot assistant was like, "Oh, here's like all these random numbers I just pull out of my ass because I'm in the bookshelf now, and here's what you should Morse code to your daughter so that these numbers." That like ring on her watch is gonna like give her all the answers that she was missing in her math equations that we were not watching because we only have access to her in the bookshelf. But this computer next to him randomly gets like programmed with all the numbers that they need. essentially.
No. The computer was observing the singularity. It wasn't even in the same bookshelf thing. You never see it in the bookshelf
Then
thing.
who gave him whatever he was Morse code programming to her?
The the robot
It
was
was Tars,
observing it.
right? It was Tars that was doing that.
Yeah, he was communicating with him, but he was not necessarily in the same space as him.
Okay, sure, but I'm just saying like Tars gave him coordinates, and it was like, oh, okay, it's really let's make it real convenient. You didn't die, and Tars has the answer to the future, so here it is. Just give it to your daughter conveniently through her watch, and she's gonna understand, and it's all gonna work out for us. Like that was just like way too many like all right, I guess the villain dies of cancer, and it was like a fast spreading one, so now the good guys win.
Wait,
Like
what?
the conflict got dissolved like instantly in that movie. It was just like, oh, we have a conflict. Oh, like humanity doesn't know how to survive without you. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. The computer next to you got programmed with all the necessary codes to like solve all humanity's problems, and you have the necessary medium all of a sudden to transfer the information to humanity so that they may solve their problems. And you were supposed to die a moment ago, but now you are not dead because another convenient thing is you ended up in this magical bookshelf that we didn't prelude to at all or anything. You know, like it was just
Well,
three convenient things all at once, and it was like, all right, you guys, all of this whole movie's problems just got solved this moment. Like, congratulations.
well, I've got 2 points that I want to make in response to that. Perhaps not major points as far as you're concerned, but the first is he wouldn't have even been in that bookshelf or even in the movie at all if he didn't communicate with himself from the bookshelf anyway, because he gave himself the coordinates to even find the NASA base. So he would have just been a farmer for the rest of the time.
Wait.
He did.
He gave himself coordinates to
Yeah,
find
they got GPS coordinates
to find the what?
The
to find
NASA
the base, the NASA base.
Oh, that was him that communicated it through. I thought he found the drone.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things that
I thought
he
he
asked
found. I thought
Tars
he
was
chased
like,
that drone, found the drone, and he got the code from hacking the drone or something.
No, it was like he
sent it
deciphered like a bunch of lines on the ground as being binary for GPS coordinates.
So the lines on the ground, it was he drew that for himself in the future.
It was like the dust or whatever.
Yeah, like-
on the floor.
ground.
But I thought he can only
Yeah.
yell at people through the bookshelf without doing anything.
No, you
No,
could push
no,
books.
he could. Yeah, he could push books. He could change like the flow of like the dust that was falling down, and he was able to move a watch hand like magically throughout the years in a certain like Morse code sequence.
What the fuck? I just found an Easter egg. I tried to use
That seems kind of easy.
I tried to use the glass shard that I picked up. I tried to use it twice on myself, and he took it out and like stabbed himself.